Good morning. My name is Navia and I'm from Curacao, an island at the northern coast of Venezuela. Today I would like to tell you about something that happened to me and give you a little bit of a message. The message I got from it. Last, I think it was around the 13th or earlier of this month. Me and a friend, we were talking. Actually, the thing is that more than 30 years ago, 30 years ago, I used to live in the Netherlands. And in those days, he was living in the Netherlands too. And in that particular time, you had striptease was very much a thing, and actually it were men's striptease. I went to London nights and I liked it a lot. It was nice, it was fun, it was laughing, and anyway, we kept on talking. And opposite at certain moment, we remembered another group that was very famous in those days in the Netherlands. I think it wasn't only in the Netherlands. I think it was worldwide. I think it was also in the States. They were very famous, and that's the group, the Chippendales groups. It was they were very popular. The ladies were going crazy when they are on stage, dancing and doing the thing and taking off their clothes. It was a hype, very much of a hype in those days. And he told me that he knew one of those guys, one of those Chippendales guys, and that he hang out with them. He went to certain parties with him, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, he was telling me about it, and it was very interesting hearing his experience at one of those, how you call it, his juicy high experience at one of the at one of those parties, those Chippendales party. Like private parties. Anyway, we were talking, and after that we start. I told him. I remembered one time that I went in on this island. We used to have a men's club, especially for where you have prostitutes for men. And on Tuesday it used to be open for also for ladies. So one of those days we went, me and a friend. She told me let's go, and I said okay, let's go. It wasn't planned. I think most of my things aren't planned. It's like let's do it. Anyway, we went, and on stage there was a guy dancing. That's what he's supposed to do. So he was dancing, and at a certain moment I thought, you keep dancing but you stay over there. It was like I told them to come by us, so he just rushed to come by us. It was like a telepathic thing, I think, because he just came by us. He came by us, started dancing with me, started dancing with my friend, but we didn't really react on the dancing. He kept dancing, the striptease dancing, the sensual dancing, and he kept doing it, and he tried with my friend too, but without success. So he went on to other people where he could find much more success, I presume. So, and when I was thinking about that I said, that's no. When I was in there, I got that feeling, like I got like I think it was like a common, my intuition telling me something like that over here is something else. It's like something else is important. It's not the intellect and the and then and analyze things, calculate things. No, it's not. It wasn't intellect. It was like, it was like feeling. Everything is about feeling, feeling it. In those days, I didn't knew about emotional intelligence, but right now I know. So it was like feeling. Feeling. So I said, no, this is something else. Like it's something else is in power over here. Something else is like um yeah, something else is over here. The one that can manage their emotional intelligence, those are the boss in that particular places. And I think also in all places where you have sexual things, sexual that are connected to the sexual energies, it's that's that's the boss. The one that can manage their sexual energy is the boss in there. In this case, in this particular case, it was that guy. He knew how to use his energy, his sexual energy, his body, and then to get flirty and with the ladies, and then most of the time is for money, because that's why he's doing it. It's not it's not for to please us. Okay, maybe to please us, but for us to go get money and give to him. So that was my thought at that particular moment, that that one that can manage their emotional intelligence is the boss in those kind of places. And that made me remember also, over here we have like those yeah, like snack bars where men goes, and you have like Latin, most of the time are Latin ladies working, and they're very sexual towards the men. It's not they're not it's not a strip club, but it's more of a bar, but with ladies seducing men, So I thought in those places also it's the sexual energy, because we over here we have another man that goes by those places, by those snack bars with ladies, let me call it like that, and then they go in there with a lot of money. Let's say they get paid, and then they go in there, and then the ladies just handle them in a certain way, and then they when they leave to go home, they don't have much money left, because the lady know how to seduce them with her sexual energy and get them to do things that they wouldn't do otherwise, So that's my process of thinking, that it's very important to be in control of your sexual energy, to be aware of it, and to be in control of it. And if you have let's say sexual addiction, or you noticed that you're vulnerable, do your best to figure out why you're vulnerable for those sexual things, that somebody can just get you to spend money on them without you really wanting to spend so much money. If you've noticed that particular way of behaving of yourself, check yourself. Check yourself. Check, maybe you have a sex addiction, or why you're so vulnerable when it concerns sex and sexual things, and then work on it. Work on it for yourself, because it will help you enormously to work on yourself, and then for you, for when you get yourself into that kind of situations, that you can, let's say, you can say no, or at least you can at least reason or balance yourself, balance your emotional energy and your intellect in a way for you to say no to the person, or spend the amount of money that you're willing to spend, that's according to your budget. So take very good notice of that, and then work on it, work on yourself, and work on on being able to manage your sexual energy.